teeth.
Good morning. It's Friday, another week down. We're going to talk about my training programming right now, how I'm kind of splitting up cardio and strength, what I'm doing, all the pieces of the training puzzle. But first, let's do a little recap of the week. So this is my third video, week 3 of this little series. And my morning weight today was 129.8. Started January off at 135.2, so about 6 pounds-ish down, 5 pounds and change. This is kind of like where my body likes to hover, like in the 129 to 135 range normally. So we'll see. I'm not expecting that much more to happen scale-wise moving forward. I'm not expecting that much more to happen scale-wise moving forward as far as getting lower. I'm hoping it will start to come up a little bit as I put on some more of my muscle mass back, but overall I've maintained muscle mass pretty well, so we'll see. I don't really know what's gonna happen. A reminder that when you are tracking your scale progress, make sure you're taking the weekly average of all of the weights and not just comparing like yesterday to today. There are so many different fluctuations that will happen on a day-to-day basis just because the water levels in your body are shifting. That's really all that it is. Things that impact that are if you're sore, your hydration status, where you are in your menstrual cycle, your digestion, if it's off, or if you have gone to the bathroom more or have not gone to the bathroom as much. Sleep can impact it. How late you ate your meal yesterday can impact it. So there are so many different things that go into day-to-day fluctuations, which is why we as coaches track weekly progress for our clients. So our portal, when you go into our one-on-one client portal, you log all of your daily weights and it will automatically calculate that out for all of our clients, as well as what their averages for macros were for the week, which is really cool. And like it averages out everything for the week as far as biofeedback, which is one of my favorite features that we implemented. But moral of the story is just focus on weekly averages rather than day to day. Overall, this week of nutrition was really good. Keeping calories and macros where they are right now. I feel pretty good. I'm not super hungry. Milk supply is unchanged. So that's that update. As far as training, this week I really started being more intentional, I guess, with cardio. So I've been doing it weekly since 4 or 5 weeks postpartum when I started working out regularly again. But it was more so just like, I feel like doing cardio today, so I will do it today. Wasn't super structured. So since strength training has been super consistent since 4 weeks postpartum, I did our Postpartum Forever program leading up and then switched over to Build, and that's what I've been doing for the last, 6 years since we started dropping these programs. So I'm back to Build, which is 4 days per week with a bonus 5th day. The 5th day is a full body day, and I am doing all 5 days right now. Now that that has kind of been solidified, I'm at a place where I feel comfortable prescribing cardio and having more structured sessions per week, just because if I don't have that structure with it, I know it kind of just, I'll throw in a few sessions here and there, which is great, but then it's like not at the forefront of my mind because I'm so focused on the strength stuff. So that's what I did. My goal is to do 2 high intensity interval training sessions per week, or sprint interval training sessions. So I just do sprints on our treadmill right now. Ideally, I would like to do them outside, but we live in New England and it's literally just ice everywhere right now. So that's not gonna happen. So 2 high intensity training sessions per week, and then I'd like to do at least 2 low intensity steady state sessions. So just getting my heart rate up to about 50 to 60% of my max heart rate, which is based on your age. For me, that's anywhere between like 90 to 130 max, and keeping it in that zone. So that's like zone 2. at least 2 of those per week. If I do more, great, but like 4 sessions is my goal. The sprint interval training sessions are short, which I love. So because they are high intensity, you are not gonna be able to do them for a super long period of time. So what I do is I've maxed out our treadmill speed. So this week I did speed 12, incline 0, and just balls to the wall for 15 seconds. And then I rest for anywhere from 60 seconds to 120 seconds, and then I go again. And I did 8 rounds this week. If you're a total beginner to doing true high intensity interval training, I would suggest starting with like 5, 6, 7 rounds. Don't do like 15 rounds of sprints. One, you haven't done sprints in forever because you will be broken. So I did 8, speed 12, no incline this week, and it felt really good. It was hard, and I was sore afterwards. So I did that for 1 session. I have 1 more session of sprint intervals today, and then I did 2 low intensity sessions already this week. So I didn't meet my 4 this week on top of my strength training. And a common question that comes up is, how do you fit all this in? Like, are you doing it together? Are you splitting the sessions up? For me, it makes more sense right now to typically split it up. Unless like today, like my full body day is a little bit shorter, it goes quicker. So I'll just throw on my sprints right after that. But for me, just being like having a 5-month-old baby and Kai and 2 businesses and doing all the things, like I don't have time to be in the gym for like more than an hour at a time max. So I typically will split them up. If I'm doing a low intensity day, I don't mind waking up and just going out there and getting it done for 30 to 45 minutes. First thing in the morning, I don't eat anything, I just go and I do it, get it done, it warms me up, gets my body moving for the day. That works fine for me. I cannot do that for the high intensity stuff. I need to have fuel in me to perform my best for those sprints. So I have been doing those at night actually. Sometimes after Cora goes to bed at 7, sometimes during her last nap at like 4-ish. So it really just depends on the day, but I do try to set them up that way, and I do split them up for my strength work. Ultimately, you need to do what works best for your schedule. Whatever makes sense for your life. Like if you're somebody who drives to the gym, you don't want to drive back and forth from there twice a day, it would make more sense for you to do it in the same session. With strength being your main priority, you want to do that first and then save the cardio for after. I really have been focusing on pushing weight as hard as I can and making those increases since I am postpartum. We're gonna see more of that linear trend where I can increase weights every week. But if you're kind of an intermediate or advanced lifter, you might not be able to increase every week, and that's expected. That's the training recap. That's what I'm doing right now. 5 strength days, 4 cardio days, 2 of those being high intensity, and I feel really, really good. Adjusting back more into like really pushing my body, and that's not to say I wasn't pushing it hard during pregnancy, because I was pushing hard for being pregnant. Now I'm like pushing hard for being at like my peak fitness. So I'm like getting back to that real push. So it feels good. But yeah, that's the training update. I'll bring you guys through my full body day and sprints right now just to kind of show you a session. And we have about 1 hour until Cora wakes up, hopefully. So let's go do it. All right, first and foremost, garage is warming up. I'm making my electrolytes and creatine. I've been just pairing those 2 together because I take my electrolytes every day. Like that's an established habit. But creatine, I do not. I'm just getting back into. Started creatine, I don't know, a month ago. I have a whole highlight on Instagram if you're curious about like breastfeeding, creatine, my take on that. So go check that out. And we're gonna do watermelon element today. There's a link in the description of this video if you want a free sample pack of these with every flavor. I do that every time. You'll literally get one of these, and it has, do I have an open one? No. But it has every flavor in this cute little packet, so you're welcome. All right, we're gonna ignore the green things around me. Josh is building little locker cubby things for our mudroom, and the garage is our gym and also houses all of these things. So we're gonna work around them today. Day 5 of build. First up, we have warm-up mobility sequence. So this is something new I added in for January. We're doing floor mobility movements that also acts as our dynamic warm-up. So You're hitting two birds with one stone by working on your mobility and prepping for our lift today. So that's first, followed by a plyometric movement. But first up, warm up. Let's do it. This outfit's really cute, but it's cold. Also, because somebody will ask, this set, pink set is from Fleo. It's so cozy. It's like a really great lifting / high intensity, tucked in kind of set. Highly recommend. Okay, mobility's done. We're doing pogo hops. Pogo hops it is. I did 135, 225, 275. Going for my top set, probably here at 300 today. I think I did 300 last week too, for 5 reps. So I'm gonna try for that 6th rep today. I'm dropping back down to 275 for my last set, just because I don't want form to suffer. That last rep isn't quite full extension of my hips, so no shame in the game. Put form first. Okay, I have 30 minutes to do 4 more movements and 8 sprints. No more voiceover. Let's do it. Say hi. Hey.